Hello everyone, it's Carrie, and in today's video I'm giving you a peek at my art room. This mess is a before look, and it may seem extra crazy because yes, this is an RV. About a year ago we decided we wanted to make a life change and see the country and also travel to out-of-state conventions. So a few months ago we purchased a 34-foot travel trailer with a bunk room in the back, and we converted that into a traveling art room for me. So this is a look of the art room before everything was organized. We had just moved in and I put everything I wanted to be able to have access to in the back of the trailer. So you can see there's packaging supplies, a printer, fabrics and scraps, just bins with things that I don't know what I'm going to do with at this point. My computer and some of my supplies and extra dolls that I've created, some of my stock. And this is a look of the after. So I put up some wallpaper, some new curtains, and some decorations. It's still a work in progress, but it's getting there. It's extremely functional at this point, and it helps me have access to everything that I need. So I'll just take you step by step. Over here to the left, we have a lot of storage at the top. There is a cabinet here where I put cans of sealers and some papers and just some supplies, some files. And then here in the center, I haven't figured out quite what I want to do with this area. I did use it to hang some of my necklaces and my jewelry. And then I have these drawers here for packaging supplies. I think all three of them for the most part are packaging supplies. We just have a ton of that and some of the boxes that I use for the dolls. Then up at the top, luckily we have all this room for storage. So this is like a little bundle for packaging and our printer. And I'm trying to figure out ways to better organize this, but I'm getting there. So I have bins for fabrics. This Star Wars bin has yarns for rooting. And all of my different fabrics kind of organized in these three, like this one is vinyl and this one has sort of sheer fabrics and one has furs and tulle. And then these two bags, one has like clothes that I may actually use for dolls that are pre-made, and then the other one has just scrap cotton fabrics and just a bunch of different fabric. And then I also in this bin have some more hair rooting supplies, different kinds of fibers. There's my banner, and then I have these three big bins for Monster High dolls, or Ever After High Monster High dolls, and also some pull-up dolls and Blythe. So these are these netting or cargo nets for when we're traveling. I just pull that net up to hold all that stuff in when we're driving. It's been working pretty well. And then these smaller scrap fabrics and different little bits I have organized in these things from the Dollar Tree and on rings that I can hang. It gives me really easy access so I can really use my scraps. And then just a bunch of tape that I use more frequently on that. And then this is for any items that I may use for making like pantyhose or socks for the dolls. And then I have this tall cart, which I use these bungee cords you can see over there in the corner. I use those to hold it in place when we're traveling. And these are just little kits with things that I'm working on currently. And then the drawers are still a work in progress as far as organization, but for the most part, and I also have to kind of cram things where I can fit them because I have limited space. So I have some office supplies, and this is some resin, my watercolors and other art supplies, pastels, more watercolors and art supplies, and then my pencil case, my big pencil case, more watercolors, and I like to do watercolor. I'm not that great at it, but I like to do it. Some more watercolor pencils, and I have a drawer of like stickers and things, and a drawer of different kinds of decorative papers, and then art papers, tablets, and sketchbooks. I usually have the most beautiful view out this window. I'm trying to find a way that I can put, this is just the RV park view at this point, but I'm trying to find a way that I can put my table right at the window, but when we've closed the slide, you can't use that area anymore. So then I have like a little jewelry container there. I have this nice big comfy chair. It's folding chair, so I can easily fold it up when we travel. I can hang my towel on my art towel on the side, and also has a little tray on the other side. And that's just what I sit in to work. I kind of miss my desk chair from my house, but it's, you know, a trade-off. I have some easy access paper towels, some bungee cords, because I use a lot of bungee cords to strap everything down when we're traveling, because everything moves around. There's a lot of weird things I have to think about when I set everything up. So I have these lights, some dolls that I'm currently working on, and some supplies, my hand sanitizer and lotion in the back. This is my drawer of pencils. I refuse to give up these drawers, so every time we move, I take these in the car with us when we travel, just for safety. And then I have these little bins from a dollar store where I can put my Q-tips and snaps and needles and things. And still need to work on the lighting situation here, but these lights have been working pretty well because they fold up really easily. I have my water bottle and my alcohol bottle hanging from them, and then also little clips for the doll hair when I'm working on that. And then I have everything up here set up in these boxes. These are boxes that I use at conventions, so I'll have them kind of double duty. This is the station that I work on the doll hair on. And when I use these crates, I can just easily pull down everything and put it on the floor for travel, and then put it back up when I'm ready to start working again. So I have my Sizzix cutter, some extra prints, and these bins. This one is for just like giveaways that I put in with the dolls. This is my box of eyelashes. Oh, my workspace has a craft mat covering it. And then these bins, I just have about 4 of these where I can organize beads and jump rings and earring backs and just any little bits that I work with, I have organized in these kinds of containers. Not fitting back. And then over here I have these other containers that for similar things, but these are mostly for embellishments or eyelets, and little things like that. Lots of little bits that I need access to. I use a lot of Q-tips. So these are just little flowers and skulls that I use for the dolls. And then my pan pastels up here, I'm always worried about those, so when we travel I take those in the car with me as well. I just try to keep those in my pencils as safe as possible, because everything moves around when we're driving. This is my bin for all of my yardage of laces and ribbons. These are some of the dolls that I have in stock. One of my banners I just put up in the back there. Here is my sewing kit and a bag of threads. And I have my mask for when I'm using Mr. Super Clear, and then my satchel for going out when I want to go out and do some drawing. And then I have this large cart that I have to secure down with bungee cords and cargo netting when we're traveling, but it contains extra pan pastels, custom mixes, some sandpapers, a drawer of inks and brushes, my drawer of glues, embellishments and elastic cording, This is some of my washi tape. I'm addicted to washi tape, I think. Some more of my art supplies, pencils and pencil cases. This is some of my different kinds of glitters and just foil accents. Some of my liquid jewel stuff. These are just other embellishments, embossing powders, more glitters and cutting. These are for my cutter, some stamps. Then I have my Dremel and my heat gun. My Dremel attachments are in that box. And then trying to get to my other bigger drawers. You know, these are, I'd like them to be more organized, but I just kind of got to fit where I can fit it when I have such limited space and so much stuff. But these are some of my shimmer powders, cutters, and little puffy glue or puffy paints. My Copic markers. This is realizing that I need to use this traveler's notebook I made. I have a couple of other things in there. And some more tools like my glue gun and just buttons and heat tools. And there's some of my airbrush supplies. I have my airbrush air compressor, but I have that out. We have an outdoor kitchen and I have it stored in one of the cabinets out there. This is my rooting box. This is where I have like my combs and my crochet hooks and little clips and curlers, and then I have my flat iron and different hair to use. I wish I could fit all of my hair fibers in there, but I've kind of expanded into 2 other containers. This is my convention sack. This is kind of a roll-away suitcase that I use to take to conventions for pens and business cards and some packaging supplies, bags and markers and business cards and things. So that's about it. We're having a lot of fun. We've been traveling on the road now for about a month, and it's been a lot of fun and adventure, and we've been to one convention, and the functionality of this room has been absolutely fabulous. I've really enjoyed being back there. It isn't too hot, too cold. It's been working really well. It may seem a little bit crazy, but we've really enjoyed it. I also forgot to show underneath here, I have some other supplies for like personal supplies for getting ready, and then I have like some rolling lint rollers and things. And then in those drawers, I also have paints and things I forgot to show there. Paints and tools, my craft paints. Anyway, we've really been enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed looking at this. I know it is very strange, but it's really been working for us, and we've really enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I really thought that this might be interesting to you guys. I hope it was. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.